Thank you to Nuki44. Because of you, I get to fly Airwolf. And look at this thing. It's really easy to start up. We have the battery and the 2 engines, which will automatically feed the generator. There are some manual controls for the radio. Unfortunately, there's nothing in the back seat to do yet. This is a very early stage mod. There's not a lot of super advanced features yet. It doesn't have the turbo boost or anything super fancy, but it is very bulletproof, and it may not have a lot of secondary ammo unless you do unlimited ammo. But I'm very impressed with the guns so far. It has both the machine guns and the 50 cal cannon, which you can turn them both on at the same time. Right here, I'm trying to figure out how to get all these switches to go in. So the 2 buttons on the bottom are for your chaff and flares, and you'll see a little thing on the side at the back of the helicopter pop out, just like in the TV show. It's so cool. Everyone's probably seen the CW Lemoyne episode about Airwolf, and it is true. As the last of the Gen X, I grew up with Airwolf, and this really is kind of a dream come true. I'm not really fully immersed, but it's enough that you can really have some fun. It comes complete with the layer, both in the desert and with a little bit of snow cap on top of it. Right here, it kind of shows up as a heliport, and so we can just add our assets in for Airwolf as being parked there. You can do a hot start. It does have a hot start, but not a hot stop. But really, it's not too much involved to make that happen. The flight model is based on the Black Hawk, which, if you've flown it, is kind of like the perfect one to do. The flight model is based off the Black Hawk, which kind of handles like a dream. It's pretty much any kind of like a modern-ish helicopter, you can kind of throw that flight model at it. And Airwolf, being what it was, is kind of like supposed to be the first generation of the super fancy stuff. So here we are coming out of the lair. I set up a little smoke marker in the middle of the runway. We have I think it's like a 10-mile trip through the woods. It's pretty fun to see how far we can push the flight model. This part right here is dipping and diving pretty hard, but is able to handle just fine. I'm going to weave here between the trees, and it does respond fairly well. It's not like a black shark kind of response, but it is kind of close. Other than just the basic trick, the weapons are kind of interesting to mess with. There is a kind of like a HUD display where it's like this weird like fixed point markers, which are kind of useless for flying. But for here, all we kind of do are turn on the gun pod marker thingies, which is this little red arrow that'll pop up once we bring our visor down. So for the guns, it'll be kind of a fixed point right in the middle. But if you do anything with the rockets, it will turn with your head, which is very exciting to do some crazy strafing runs. Here we're going to be, this is what I was talking about with those, the target sites. So we're going to sneak right on up to this airbase that has 2 SA-6 emplacements on each side. I like those because they can't really shoot anything down low, but any kind of fixed wing would really suffer with them. And this is definitely the kind of realistic type of mission that we can throw Airwolf in with any of our standard kind of modern campaigns. It'll have some problems against some heavy armor. It does have some Mavericks, but I really haven't figured out how to use them yet. Air-to-air missiles are actually pretty cool. They're terrible, but it's really kind of fun to play with. Rockets are amazing, but you only get 3. So having unlimited ammo is really going to work to your advantage here. But, if we're keeping in mind how the TV show worked, it had unlimited ammo anyway. That said, she handles pretty well, but it is not a perfect flight model. For example, here, I'm a little too bulletproof. I can kind of bounce off the ground and everything. I was actually able to lift off from here and keep on fighting. There's no denying it, though. This thing is really, really cool. Handles great. Lots of ammo, even in a more restricted environment. She just looks good. I mean, this is the one we grew up with mostly. It's got some fancier stuff in there, but like, how can you not see that? Not just want to like look at that all day. All right, enough fanboying. This thing can do some good killing. It's not great. It's probably just as deadly as like a gazelle. And it has aims of being as deadly as a Kiowa warrior. Time will tell. But in the meantime, we have some real fun stuff we can do. We have some real fun missions we can even get in multiplayer. We can actually pull off some proper coin or some actual like spy kind of helicopter stuff, and you know, pull out the weapons on demand. So in addition to all the crazy assets, we also get Santini's Jeep Wrangler, or I guess it's the Willys from back in the day, complete with an awesome paint job. So if nothing else, we're going to get some really awesome cinematics from some people who actually know what they're doing on that front. Anyhow, this is a great module, something I can't recommend enough. I'm definitely going to be pushing my fight group to see if we can get this on some of our servers. And if nothing else, I hope somebody gets inspired to go take this thing for a trip. It is a blast, and in more capable hands, probably even more deadly. Anyhow, take care, guys. Atlas out.